What is up, developers? Welcome back to the source. In this video, we're going to continue with the blog posts editor. In the last video, we added text editor, which lets us add rich text to our blogs. Now, what do we want next? We want an image editor. So we added paragraphs. Now we want to be able to add images. All right, so if we go to app and then views and then posts, edit, we'll see here that we have this form right here, which lets us add content. And right now the content is just paragraphs. So we want to also set the form hidden field for a content. So we're going to add this key, the kind, which we added earlier, and give it a value of paragraph. And that will, when we add new content, give the kind the value paragraph. In the controller, we got to update the contents controller so that when we build a new content, we use the content parameters. All right. So that will do the trick. If we add a content, we can see it's being created there. All good. And I'm going to copy this button and add another button. And the hidden field value will be image. And then we'll just call it add image. Okay, so we reload the page, we see this extra button that's been added, and I can give it some styling so that it's spaced out. Okay, reload the page. Now our buttons have a little bit of space around them. Okay, so we got an image, and if we click add image, we're seeing another text box rendering, and that's not what we want. So if we just scroll down in the edit, instead of rendering the content and adding a form, we should switch on the kind so that we show the correct type of form. So here's how to do that. We're going to add a case on c.kind. And inside the case, we want to add some when statements. So when paragraph, when image, and then you have to add an else. Okay, and so then I'm going to copy this and put it in paragraph, and then reload the page. And so we can see that there's some weirdness. It's because I'm still rendering. I'm going to remove the rendering, and we got some unknown kinds for a few of our contents, and that's because we weren't setting them before. They were nil. So I'm just going to clean up, go to the Rails console, and just delete all the content like this. Content.destroyAll. Okay, now reload. That cleans it up. And then update that. And then if I hit add image, it's not showing up yet because we have to render a new type of form. So I'm going to copy this, and instead of rich text area, I'm going to do file, upload, and image. And just to remind ourselves, if we go to content, this is where we specify that content has an image attached. So it'll actually be able to use the Rails file storage. Okay, let's reload. Form, it's not upload, it's file field. I'm going to save that and reload, and there's that file upload field. Okay, I'm going to add some styles for these forms, margin bottom, and deflex justify content center. I'm going to cut and paste the case statement into there. There we go. Now that's centered. Great. Next, I'm going to test and upload. All right, so it's not showing up yet because we got to render it. So under image, I'm gonna render the content with render C, and C is defined up here in the loop. All right, and then in contents, and then underscore content, this is where we say where content render gets defined. And we gotta also add that case statement. So I'm gonna copy paste the case up here into that file and remove these forms. Okay. And then put content.paragraph in the paragraph case. And then when image, render the image with image tag, content.image. All right, let's test that out. And instead of c.kind, it's content.kind. Save. All right, there's something wrong with the image. It's nil. And here's how to fix that. So we got to add a little bit of safety here. Here's how. I would say probably image, in order to keep some of the logic out of the views, we can go to the content and then define image safe. All right, and so image safe, let's see what sort of assets I had before. I remember the Dipper image, I have that, so I'm just gonna copy the name. Dipper image. Image safe, here's how to do that. So return Dipper image.png unless self, or I think just image should work. And then it returns the image if the image exists. So this is a way to safely render that. So I need to replace content rendering with, instead of content.image, I'll do image safe. Save, reload. Okay, there's still something wrong with this. Let me check. Return Dipper image unless image safe. Let me try self.image. Okay, so something still going wrong. Let me check here. Content.image safe. All right. Can't resolve image into URL. Let me see here. Let me just test returning Dipper image. Okay, so that works. Unless image dot persisted. Let's try that. Okay, so that should probably work. And that's gonna safely render images. Okay, so in edit, could probably add some styles here. Div class let's see, margin bottom 1. I'm trying to have the file upload field be below, but that's not a big deal right now. I'm going to go to the content and give it a class, content-image, and save that. Copy it into my style sheets. Alright, so I got a few styles here, looks like already. I'm gonna add another one, dot content image, and let's see, what do we want? Let's just give it a max width of 250 for now. And that cleans things up pretty well already. And next, I want to be able to actually upload my own images, so in the controller, I've got to update some stuff. So in contents, in the content parameters, I have to permit image, and save that, and choose file. Let's try this again, and there we go. The image is rendering. That's really cool. Let me check if the posts, yeah, it looks like that's rendering too. Very cool. All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. That was it for adding images to our blogs, and I'll catch you in the next video.